Hi, I'm Maureen. My name is Alexis Flanagan, and I'm with the Safe and Sound campaign.
And what's important about tonight?
Well, what's important about tonight is that we've looked at the mayor's budget and discretionary funding in the budget, and $265 million of discretionary funding is allocated to crime control, while only $24 million is allocated to healthy development of young people, early childhood education, after-school programs, youth jobs, and we believe that disproportionate spending is a prediction of failure for Baltimore City residents, and we just don't believe that Baltimore City residents are bad people who are destined to fail. We believe that our neighborhoods and our communities are deprived of the basic opportunities for people to be successful, and if they were given the opportunity to be successful, we would not have the reliance and we wouldn't need to rely on as much as we're spending on crime control. So we believe there's got to be a fundamental shift in the way money is spent in this city, and now is the time to do it.
Okay, anything else? You're going over to the city council tonight, right?
Yes. We'll be testifying at Taxpayers Night. The young people will be testifying that they are Baltimore, that the young people who are doing positive things, who were born to thrive and succeed and are looking for the opportunity that everyone else has to be successful, will be testifying about who they are, how they represent the city, and how they believe the tax dollars should be invested.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I want you to just wait 1 second.
So my name is Betty Robinson, and I'm part of the Full Employment Baltimore Coalition, and we're out here today encouraging the City Council to restore the number of summer jobs for youth back to the 2009 level, which it was 9,000 summer jobs for youth. And we're also asking them to scrutinize the budget, stop giving away a lot of tax deals to developers, start supporting our neighborhoods, our youth, rebuilding the city's infrastructure. So really looking at the budget with an eye toward the people that live in Baltimore instead of the people coming in from outside.
Anything else, Betty?
No, I just think we have a great crowd out here. We have a lot of young people.
I'm just going to stand over and look at it, Betty.
Yeah, it's a lot of different organizations that are coming together. Full Employment Baltimore, initiated by Ralph Moore at St. Francis Community Center. We're going to do a lot of stuff. We're going to work this summer. We're going to be at the U.S. Conference of Mayors when it comes. We're going to be when the Grand Prix comes to the city. We're going to be highlighting and hopefully pointing out the need for jobs. Half the city's adult males are not employed, and that's as of 2 weeks ago. 7 years ago, the Sun wrote an article that said Baltimore doesn't work because its people don't. So we're out to change that.
Okay. Thanks so much, Betty. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right. I came out here today to support the concept of Full Employment Baltimore and to advocate against anything that is not employing Baltimoreans, youth and adults alike. I'm 22 years old. I attend University of Baltimore. I have 2 children, and I work for the Baltimore Algebra Project. So I couldn't do those things without my employment. And Baltimore Algebra Project has gave me access to understanding political knowledge and education. I say these things because I have peers who don't have access to jobs like I had, who constantly ask me every day, B, can you find me a job? Can you find me a job? I want to find them all jobs. I can't do that because my local government won't assist us in finding employment, nor will the state government, nor does the federal government do the same thing. So we have three levels of government that aren't assisting us in successful lives, being fully employed and being able to take care of our families and our education. Now, before I worked with the Baltimore Algebra Project, I was a drug dealer. That's what I did. I sold drugs, right? And then I was educated to understand the political nature of the educational system and that the state was underfunding our school system by millions of dollars. So one, they weren't providing us with an education to be prepared for employment.
Talk about it.
So I want to talk briefly, because I don't want to take too long, I want to talk briefly about this sign I have around my neck. This is my panhandling sign. What this sign means is that we don't want to have to use this sign, but they're forcing us to have to use this sign, to beg for change, to beg for a little bit. We had a president that offered us change. I see nothing. We had a mayor who went to see the president who offered us change. I see nothing. We had a governor who offered to increase employment and make change. I see nothing. The problem is not whether you're right wing or left wing. The problem is whether you believe in people, in the dynamic human spirit, and that being fully employed helps us help our fellow man. If you can't see the connection, I don't know how better to explain it. But what I do know is that I fight and stand with full employment Baltimore. I don't want new prisons built. I don't want schools shut down.
Talk about it.
And I don't want increased taxes. Those are the things I stand for. We want local hiring in the city, primarily. We want no corporate loopholes. We want to fight to increase the minimum wage. We stand together with groups like Safe and Sound, Baltimore Algebra Project, United Workers, Answer. So with that said, I say again, more power to full employment Baltimore. Full employment Baltimore. Full employment Baltimore. Full employment Baltimore. Full employment Baltimore.
I'm Maria Allwine. I'm with the Maryland Green Party, and today I'm here on behalf of Fund Our Communities, which is a Maryland coalition of many activist groups throughout the state. I am on the steering committee, and we're a fairly new coalition, but what we want is not new, and what we want is a reduction in the war budget, reduction in Pentagon spending, at least 25%. We want the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan ended right now, and all that money redirected toward funding the human needs in our communities. We have poor people struggling. We have unemployed people who aren't getting jobs. We have all kinds of needs in our communities that have got to be funded. And the only way to fund it is not to continue to cut those services, those essential services that we all need to live here. The only way to fund it is to reduce the war budget, bring that money home, and put it in our communities where it belongs. After all, it's us, we the taxpayers, who are paying for wars that are not supportable, that are wrong, immoral, illegal, all the things that we've known for years. We cannot continue on this path. And if we don't pressure our elected representatives and officials to do this, it will not happen. But if they hear from us, all of these young people here today without any job prospects, what's going to change that? What's going to change that is funding jobs programs the way they were funded in the 60s, 70s, and into the 80s, and giving these people the opportunities they deserve. If we want to live in a civil society, we have got to bring the money home to our communities.
Anything else, Marie?
That'll do it for now. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks so much. Now let me